Oh yeah. Hello everyone. We're back, we're back, we're back. What's up, what's up? Finally able to play Mahjong in comfort of my own home. And you know, for not so much not as much money and not as much going out, risking my life out there. Eating cheesesteaks out in no man's land in Philly. Anyway, how is everyone doing? Yeah, that's what I was doing last weekend. I was at a Mahjong tournament, so probably talk about that a bunch while I'm playing. Yeah, but I do also realize that I missed a viewer battle. It was supposed to be a viewer battle. Everyone can hear me, right? It's supposed to be like a viewer battle last Saturday. This was the second Saturday of the month, so we'll do that this Saturday. This Saturday will be a viewer battle if you want to, you know, play the streamer. Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, hold on. I just got like a bunch of junk on my my desktop I have to clean up. All right, there we go. Let's play some games. Yeah, I was like researching a little bit into figuring out a solution for like having music on this stream, which ended up being a lot harder than I want, because like I want to like be able to like dynamically switch to, you know, like different playlists and stuff for for like when I reach here or whatever. But that's like, I guess that's like too specific of a want to do. Like that's not usually how people listen to music. But if you're going to play music for like something more performative, like a stream or like a D&D campaign or something, or presentation, yeah, I get, or like a play or something, I don't know. It would make more sense to like have something like that. That just doesn't exist right now for me. I have to keep looking. I have like a friend that's like really into music that can help me out with. Yeah, there's just a bunch of junk on my desktop now. Anyway, yeah. How'd the tournament go? It went all right. I don't think I didn't really play that well. I think like a lot of the tournament skill, you know, that I'm like lacking. You know, it's like a lot of like experience stuff. I don't have a lot of experience playing in tournaments. Both in terms of like, okay, well, you know, you have to play for a different kind of goal and stuff. You know, you got to play for more points. It's over 9 games. 9 Hanshan, 9 South games, so it's a lot of games. It's a lot of games, and your score accumulates, you know, over a course of all that. So like it's kind of like, you know, if you were playing Rishi, perfect. If you were like playing a South game, but it was like 9 times as long, and so, you know, if you deal in like if you have like a bad like game in between that, it does hurt. It does hurt a lot. Like you do have to like, you can't sacrifice like all your points like just for the tiniest chance of getting a first. But at the same time, if you don't chase after the first like really hard, if you don't push really hard, you're not gonna place very well. So I got like overall I got like middle of the pack. I think I was like slightly below. I was still slightly negative. I could have gotten a first place at the end. Didn't do so well. But I did pretty well in the beginning. I got like a first and second, and then it was all downhill after lunch. Yeah, because I had one of those cheese sticks. Hold on, maybe I could like bring it up. 1 second. Yeah. I was like, you know, I used to live in Philly, so like I had I was kind of kind of in the mood, you know, just like, yeah, you go to Philly, you eat a cheesesteak. That's nice. It's like cheesesteak sandwich. Mm-hmm. The bread is nice and soft, and you know, there's you could get like the greasy like you know, cheese whiz with it. I usually like to get provolone, although that usually also ends up like the sandwich ends up being like really dry because of that. And you might like want to put like a pepper in there or something. Yeah, there's like a whole art to like, you know, buying and eating your cheesesteak. I remember my dad like yeah, he taught me how to buy a cheesesteak, how to order a cheesesteak. You know, you have to like say 2 words. You know, like a whiz, wit. You say the type of cheese, and then you say wit to mean with onions, or without to mean without onions. Yeah. So I said provolone wit, and it's just like, got it. Like, yeah, got all you guys saying I would like a cheesesteak with a cheese whiz. You want onions? Yeah, sure, have onions. Yeah. It's like, all right, coming right up. And I say 2 words, and then they get it. It's great. It's a great feeling. Yeah, provolone wit. Anyway, yeah, it was at a nearby place. It was Jim's, I think. I realized that like, okay, we were actually in like south-ish Philly. Like it wasn't. I guess like a couple minutes down, it would be like south-ish Philly. So like we were actually near the quote-unquote founders of the cheesesteak as well, like Pat's and Chino's. I think Pat's, my dad told me that Pat's closed down, but yeah. So apparently I could have also gotten that. Like I had like my like hotel was like around that area. But yeah, well, yeah, funny story. So I wanted to get a cheesesteak, like, you know, in my system and out of my system, you know, before the tournament. Just like I get off a long train ride, you know, to get a Philly cheesesteak in Philly. I look for like the nearest place that sells like a cheesesteak, like at like the subway stop I got off of. And yeah, and I walked into this place, and it wasn't like it didn't look like a real cheesesteak place. I don't know. It looked all right though. It had like burgers and stuff. Hey, what's up, Dualian? Thanks for this subscription for 5 months. Thank you. Yeah, so I went to this place, and I asked for a cheesesteak. And yeah, and I said I want fries. Yeah, it didn't seem like the kind of place you'd order with just like 2 words. You know, there's just too much shit. So yeah, I said I want a cheesesteak and I want it with fries. And the cheesesteak was like $13 or $14, and then the fries is like another like 5 or 6. So like, okay, I was like, I'm spending $20. You know, I'm used to it. I'm from New York. It's fine. But then I see the what I'm paying for, like you know, on the whatchamacallit, on the tablet, and it said like $10. It said like $11. Like, what? That's weird. They actually like accidentally put down like a coupon or something that I didn't have. I'm like, okay, well, I decided not to say anything about it because I just like can't be bothered with that stuff. I just don't like talking with people when I just want to get my food and then leave. I'm not gonna deal into anything stupid, right? Ooh, okay. And so I'm waiting for this thing. I'm waiting for my cheesesteak, and eventually, what comes out? My order comes out, and it's a bunch of fries with cheesesteak on top. They gave me cheesesteak fries instead of a cheesesteak and fries. And And you know what? It was aight. I still didn't say anything. I'm like, you know what? It was a lot of food anyway. I guess I'll take it. I saved some money. Yeah, I figured the 3 or 4 would deal in, so I didn't want to chase that. But like at the same time, man, this doesn't hit the spot. This doesn't hit the spot at all. Like I wanted bread. I wanted a sandwich. And then they gave me fries. Yeah, so that was the start of my downfall. Maybe that was like what really that happened the night before the tournament. And I was already on a bad on a bad foot there. You know, in hindsight, it all started from there. Yeah. Cuz like I played my games the next morning. And I was like kind of also sleep deprived cuz like I don't know, I had trouble sleeping. And also like I have to wake up like earlier than I usually do for the tournament. Bad combination. Enough so that I decided to like actually like to like buy I went to a cafe for my breakfast, and like in that cafe like I just like on a whim also bought like black tea. So I drank tea for like a caffeine boost, but I'm not used to drinking tea. I don't usually drink caffeine like before I play Mahjong, so that was probably also messing me up. Yeah. And then, yeah, so caffeine, underslept, and lunchtime happens, and like everyone's going to a cheesesteak. Like, what a coincidence. I also want to go to eat a cheesesteak. I haven't eaten a cheesesteak in a long time, and I failed to eat a cheesesteak yesterday. So I went to buy a cheesesteak with everyone. Yeah, it was aight. It was aight. I mean, I'm never like super impressed when I eat a cheesesteak. It's just like, yeah. Just like I know what I'm getting. It's just meat and cheese and bread, you know, and onions. And oh my god. But then after that, I had like the biggest fucking crash I've experienced in my life playing Mahjong. Like I just could not focus. I could not focus. I could not think. It was so terrible. I'm gonna cut the north. Maybe I could get back into Tenpai or something. And I ended up like getting like I had a first and a second. I was like positive like 50, 60, 60,000. But then after that, I went to the negative. My fourth was so bad. I kept dealing in like to everything that I went from like positive 60 like to like to like negative 30. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I had another fourth after that. It was, you know, actually I actually don't remember. I think I might have had a third after that. But yeah, it was, yeah, that was not my tournament. But you know, lesson learned, you know, just like the obvious things. Make sure you get a good night's sleep. Make sure you have a good breakfast. Make sure you're doing your body a favor, you know, and not like eating like raw beef protein as your only source of calories and bread. You probably want something in there, you know. But yeah. But you know what am I saying? I mean, like Max was at the tournament too. Light Pink Yoshi, he was also at the tournament. And he told me he got like top 8. He got like into the awards ceremony, bro. And that dude told me he ate like 4 cheesesteaks like by Sunday. So, you know, maybe I was eating them wrong. maybe I should have ordered Cheese Whiz after all. You know, maybe that was my mistake. This was hold on, I got the cheesesteak right here. Oh damn, that's a huge ass cheesesteak. But yeah, there it is. Yeah. There it is. Cheesesteak jump steer. It was all right. But yeah, I give it. Well, maybe maybe the cheesesteak was fine actually. Maybe the real culprit was just like, just fucking sleep earlier, idiot. That was probably my problem. Yeah, and because like the caffeine plus like not having like good sleep, just the combination of that, just like of course I'm gonna crash super hard after lunch, you know. Like I've worked long enough, you know. I drink caffeine. I drank caffeine like a lot when I was working. Cause like I needed it. I needed it to work. I felt like I needed it anyway. And I always had like the gigantic crash. That's an interesting chi, but I'm not gonna take it. Instead, I'm gonna take this Fruity 10. Let's just do this. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, don't listen to me. You should definitely. Cheesesteaks clearly are the secret to winning in Mahjong, and I just like it was a skill issue. Yeah. So anyway, how are y'all doing? That's mostly the gist of my stuff. I saw you chess question mark. I saw you saying that you've seen my stream. This is the first time you're on the stream. What's up? What's up? Glad you can make it. Yeah, I'm a yapper. Yeah. Well, you know, you came at a good yapping time because, you know, I just like came back from, you know, one of the couple experiences I'm gonna have like, you know, throughout the year, where I get to like, you know, like talk with people and stuff. 3 cheesesteaks, guaranteed loss. 4 cheesesteaks, the breaking point to the guaranteed success. Yeah. You might be onto something. You know, I didn't eat enough cheesesteaks. You know, I stopped at 1. So my body was just not used to like metabolizing cheesesteaks. That's what happened. Yeah. Next time I go to the Philly Open 2026, I'll be ready. My cheesesteak game, yeah. But yeah, so on the bright side of that, the surprise, the tournament allowed me to record my own games. I had like a chest mount for my GoPro, and I was like, and everyone was cool with it. No one was like, just like, you should maybe think about that. No, everyone was like, all right, yeah, you're just like, I guess this guy really, I guess this guy really cares about his games. You know, he really wants that Paifu review or whatever. Yeah, I'm really into reviewing my own games. So that's why I'm recording everything in this tournament. Yeah. So, I could talk like a lot about what happened like in the game wise, but at some point that's probably going to go into a video. So, yeah, so look forward to that, I guess, in like the next year or two. I might have that video ready. I'm thinking of like combining it with some of my footage from the Richinomi Open in New York. Like that tournament was cool. That was a cool tournament. It's just I'm scared of this. I'm gonna cut the 6-pin first. Not really sure. This could be like a Pinsu stuff. 7-mon, 5-mon. Yeah. So if I'm gonna win with Pinsu, I want to cut the 6 first. What was I saying? Yeah. The Richinomi tournament was really fun. But they didn't let me record anything. Oh. So, yeah, I might end up like, you know, like having a video where I show both tournaments. I think that's the plan right now. So look forward to that. 6-pin again. Surely you're not in Tenpai for it. Okay, you're not. Are you Magnemite IRL? No, this is just a robotic body. I talked through. One so. Yeah, yeah. IRL log review. Yeah, sure. That's coming up. I do notice that, like, ooh. I think we're gonna fold this one. Not much interesting here. Don't want to deal into a flush. I have a pretty healthy lead on third and fourth. Don't really want to get rid of that one. And this hand is just like Pinfu, maybe we Peiko. Yeah. I do notice that, like, you know, if anyone wants to do stuff on YouTube, you know, if anyone wants to make Mahjong content, please do on YouTube. It's like it's a great place for Mahjong content. You just need to put in a lot of effort. It's like really tough. Hold on. 3-so, I think. I think it's 3-so. Okay. Okay, he actually had nothing, but could have fooled me. He was two tiles away from having something. But yeah, like I noticed that like a lot of Mahjong like commentary on like on YouTube is usually it's usually live. You know, it's usually like what I'm doing now. It might as well be a live stream. So I think like there is like a niche there that like people could fill of like post game commentary. Although you could argue that like that's like YouTubers do that. Like there are like Mr. Fung and stuff like that kind of does that already. But they kind of like, you know, like use it as like a sort of an example of like some like broader point rather than as like a thing of it in and of itself. Like here's a really fun game, and then like, you know, you talk about it. Instead, you know, as opposed to this is a really cool concept. This is a really interesting concept that that'll be useful for your game. And here's my game as an example. I want to keep the south. 2-so is fine. 7-pin is actually really nice here because it's simultaneously safe and also still pretty good for building another shape here. So I'm gonna keep the 7-pin for a while. 6-so. 6-so would also be nice for building a shape, but it's definitely a lot more dangerous. Oh, hey, this guy's back. And his perspective was, there's Yusong for commentary, a few people for tutorials, and people better than me for analysis. And I figured out what my content would be from there. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense from your perspective. But I think there's still like plenty of value for like people that are like learning the game, you know, like doing all that stuff. Like, you know, you're still trying to do your best, but like you're not like posing that like, you know, you're already there. But that like, you know, here's my journey to get there. Like, you know, there's still that angle and stuff. If you don't want to go like full meme comedian route. Oh, yeah, you should check out Tenhote's channel on YouTube. He has like a Kagi video. Yeah. I don't know if he had a video recently, besides the Akagi video, but the Akagi video is pretty good. Thinking about it, Risa? Hello? Learning journey would be fun. Yeah. I mean, that's what I like to do. I like to learn. And I think, like, you know, Mahjong has, like, I'd say that Mahjong is like one of the most fun games there are to learn. There is to learn. One of the most fun games there is to learn, yeah. Because there's just like so much you could like look at. But at the same time, like, you know, the game is like like fundamentally simple enough and like luck influenced enough that like you don't have to do all these different things. Like all these things are just meant for you to have fun with and like, you know, use different tools and stuff. Ooh, that's huge. I could have definitely dealt into that. Good thing I didn't. I had to fight for my win there. You can be an expert at the game and still have something to learn? Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Made a sponsored video for Yostar on the Akagi collab? Yeah. But I have another video essay coming out this week. Alright, look forward to that. I'll check it out. Okay, so I've talked before. This 8-pin next to my triplet, bad. Cut it out. Because I already have a pair here. Unless I get a triplet of the 9s, I don't need this extra 8. I'd rather keep this 3. This 3 is not blocked off by the 7s and stuff. It's free. It can connect to any tile. Or I could just Richi. Gintama collab, yeah. Kage collab too. Yeah. San Anko, yeah. It would have been nice. San Anko would have been nice. Still believe in it. Getting the 9 and then like Tonki on the 5. Not impossible. Try to get Yosar to unlock Akagi on my account as part of... They said no. Shoot your shot, I see. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's gonna be exciting. Like to have a. It's like I also think like, a lot of Mahjong content is like online focused, you know. And I got 2 Dora. How many other Dora do I have? 3? Wow. Okay. I wasn't counting if a Hanuman pushed me over. I don't think it does. Nope, it doesn't. Still, I'll take it. Sucks to be that guy, I guess. Happens, though. Happens. We're gonna move on. 2009. Represent. Class of 2009, where are you? The class of 2009. Why is that funny? I don't know. I don't know why that's funny to me. Like the ultra millennial. Yeah. Anyway. What was I doing? Oh god. Yeah, my asthma got worse a lot. Like I walked a lot in Philly. I think the Philly air was also not very kind to me, so I'm gonna have to look for like asthma medication. Class of 2007. Oof. I'm sorry, I have nothing to say. We're all gonna die someday. Say skivvy toilet? No. No. I don't really know what it means. I just know people say it. I'm gonna die someday. I'm gonna die really young. I'm not gonna make it, bro. There's no way. My lifestyle is like too unhealthy. Whew. Anyway, hold on. One, so is next to the Dora. So having this extra 1 means I unlock the 4. So like as an extra tile, but I feel like I actually would prefer having the Dora. Okay, well. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, man. I just didn't get 6, 7. I mean, they're just references, you know. You get it or you don't, and that's the joke. You know, those exist. Those have existed for all of time and will continue to exist, you know. Class of '09 is a video game. It is, isn't it? Right? Or like, I actually don't remember what year. Right? I think I know the game you're talking about, Portion. Damn it, no! Might have been better to actually just keep that. Cut the 7 and 9 or something. Or the 8 and 9. Well, this hand is just not going to complete, so. But maybe there's a chance I could get like, I don't know, Ipeco here, and then like build a pair on the 7, because I'm not going to get this 8 unless I get really lucky. There's the 7. It's like I play this game, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so good at Mahjong. And I'm so terrible at Mahjong. You know, I've, ooh. Still gonna throw it. Still gonna throw it. Yeah, I had some, like, pretty terrible plays. Pretty embarrassing plays, to be honest, that I caught on camera to show the world. There was, like, one where I pwned and or cheat. I think it was a cheat, and I thought it was going to be tenpai, and it just wasn't, and I just had to awkwardly, like, go into, like, okay, at least I have a better weight. Yeah, it wasn't Chombo or anything. I didn't Chombo! Guys, I didn't Chombo this time. That's a W. I don't know. Like, going to a tournament, like, playing 9 Hanshan, like, being in a very stressful, like, you know, environment. Wow, I actually got the Ipeco. And there's a, there's a con. Let's tango. Yeah, let's do it. It's going all in. Here we go. Those points aren't gonna get themselves, you know. Chi 237, yeah. Yeah. It wasn't like that, thankfully. I didn't have any, like. Okay, well, the most, like, brainlet thing I did when I was at the Philly Open, though, was I did have a spot where it was like the second to last hand of the tournament, where I grabbed. No, I think it was in the second to last Hanchan of the tournament. But yeah, I grabbed like an extra 4 tiles. Oof, that's gonna deal in. Okay, I grabbed an extra 4 tiles as the dealer. Like, you have to draw your tiles yourself. You know, we're shuffling tiles here. You know, it's real life Mahjong. So you grab 4 tiles at a time to get your high pie, to get your starting hand. 4, 4, 4 gives you 12, and then 1 more for 13. And I'm the dealer, so I start the chain. I grab my tiles first, and I grab 16 tiles. And I looked at them. I looked at my 16 tiles, and I'm like, oh fuck. And there was like, whoa there, you hold your horses. Philly Open, it's a it's a Mahjong Open, yeah, you know. Mahjongs also have opens. You know, it's also a cool game, just like tennis. Yeah, but a funny, one thing I noticed from that, like, I immediately noticed that, like, the hand I was, like, I think I grabbed a 4th tile, like, because I just, like, in my mind, I was, like, looking at my tiles, you know, as I was, like, flipping them up, and I was, like, noting how shitty they were. I was like noting how shitty they were, and I'm like, damn it, I need this. I need a comeback here. I'm like in third place, or yeah, like I'm in third to fourth place range. I need to get a big ass comeback, and like the tiles are not giving it to me. This sucks. I think part of that frustration led me to like grab another 4 tiles, just because like just because I was like focused on that and not really focused on like actually drawing my hand. But then I kind of realized later, and this made me feel bad, that like because like after I drew the 4 tiles, we decided like, okay, well, you know, it was like a simple like kind of like dealing kind of mistake, so we ended up reshuffling the hand. And you know, there's only like it wouldn't have mattered like for the timing of it, like for the rest of the game, because we only had enough time for like one more hand anyway, so this was going to be our second to last hand no matter what. But then like we reshuffled the tiles and like we redealt the hands, and like my hand was just like so much better. It was so much better than the one I threw away. I'm like, wait a minute, I could have, maybe if I was like really slimy, you know, I could have if I was like really grimy, you know, I would have hold on, can I push this? Nah, Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I still need a pair. It's still like Yanshan 10. It sucks. But yeah, like maybe I could like do that on purpose and like, you know, try to redeal a hand. Of course, if anyone does that like more than once in a tournament, I'd be like, that guy is like cheating, like for sure. But I took note of like how easily like, you know, what I did in that moment could be considered cheating. I'm like, huh. Yeah, I wasn't trying to cheat, guys. I wasn't trying to cheat or anything. It's just how it worked. I'm like, makes you think. It makes you think, like, you know, I maybe rethink the rules or something. I don't know if there's like WRC needs to like, or people need to be aware of that. I guess that's something. Just a natural born cheater. Yeah. I'm like a cocky. Yeah. Hey, Big Whooper, what's up? Thank you for following the channel. Whoa. On Twitch, I appreciate it. Cut the south. I mean, there was another moment where like I did notice like a mark on a tile. Speaking of cheating, yeah, I noticed like a mark on a tile. Like I knew what tile it was, and like I actually noticed that mark was like noticeable enough that I ended up noticing that tile. I continued to notice that tile, you know, throughout the rest of the game, but it was on one side of the tile, and like I just like it's like even more like cheating territory to just like grab a tile and then be like, hold on a minute, and then like rub it a bit to like rub the speck off. So like, you know, that feels, you know, that's like even more awkward. That makes it even more like, yeah, you shouldn't like play with tiles, you know, you shouldn't take them off the table. That's like that's like ultra cheating. So I end up like I just like kind of forgot about it and left it alone, but it kept like it did come up like, you know, like once I did like notice it in someone's hand. But also like that's such a mild thing, like it's just not important to know that like someone has like a Tuso or something in their hand. It's like not at all important. So I think I'm gonna cut this so I can maybe still get a Mentanpin, a Tanya plus Pinfu. That'd be really nice. Yeah, I'll still keep the 6. 6 actually looks not so bad. Like, it's one chance on one side, Suji on another for this guy. Completely safe to Toyman. It's not safe to dealer, but I could also just cut my greens. Wasn't cheating, I swear to God. But it did, seeing like the Akagi, and like seeing seeing cheats happen, like, or like, like in another sense, like if you can't catch it, it's just another form of skill. It's just part of the game, right? Anyway. I did have like a game where like that had also like just like a ton of hands that like could have been Toy Toy. I was really happy about that game. Except the part where I didn't win any of them. My hand was like very close to Toy Toy on so many occasions, and it just never got there. So annoying. Wow, another cheat toy, 2 Dora with 2 Ura. Oof. That guy probably had 2 Norths too. Probably had 2 Norths or something. Just like, or maybe even 3 Norths. Be like, oh, there's no way this guy is gonna. And then you get got. That's the game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess there wasn't anything like crazy memorable. But no, you'll see it. You'll see it eventually. I'll have a video on it. But there's just like like besides that, there's just, if you've never played in person before, it is like a different game. Like you have to keep track of so many different things. That works to your advantage and to your disadvantage. Like, you have to think of all these different things. You have to keep track of like, what you need to cheat and pawn and stuff. But there's also just more information that you could get from like someone's like body language and stuff that you can like, work through, and like, your decision making. It didn't happen in this tournament, but I remember like very distinctly a time where someone pawned like the Dora indicator, essentially, I think it was. Yeah, just Richie this. Where someone pawned the Dora indicator, and then it was like on the very edge of their hand, but there was one tile to the right. There was one tile that was at the extreme edge of their hand. After they revealed their pawn. Their 7s or whatever. And then, so like implying that they had the Dora. They had the Dora in their hand, and they only had one of it. So they're probably waiting on a Tonki wait. They're probably waiting on a pair of Dora. And I used that read to my advantage. I pushed harder on that guy, and I did not deal in because of that. Although, I could also just get like absolutely destroyed, by someone if that guy did that on purpose. Like if he's just a madman, I don't know. But yeah, I felt like he was just on a Tonki wait on the Dora. About to play in person for the first time. Good luck. Have fun. Nice for Dora. At least I chose right on keeping the 9. Okay. Oh man, this cough is terrible. Okay, at the very least, guys, it's probably just like infinitely better. My cough is infinitely better from like last year, when I also had like asthma problems, because like I'm not a teacher. And I'm not like running around and like, raising my voice and or shouting. I'm not doing any of that. Like it's rough doing that, like, while asthmatic is like really rough. So yeah, hopefully that will subside at some point. Hey Darkslayer, what's up? Ooh. Long Ryan Khan, but I think I actually prefer keeping the triplet here, because I could also pair up the Dora, or I can wait on the 8. Either or. Waiting on the 8 might give me slightly more outs. But I might just wait on the door anyway. Mm-hmm. This might deal in? Okay, okay. When's this guy gonna call Ricci? I mean, I guess he could have Tenpai. It's like pretty rare that he's gonna have a Tenpai that it has a Yaku and then could like kill me. So I'm just gonna assume he's not in Tenpai and then I'll just like keep playing. But if he has like, you know, triple red, then I'll just like be like whatever. Okay. We'll take it. Alright. This one's for the road. Just the promotion stream to Saint. I wish it was. We're just a little bit too far. Ooh, wow. That would have been a crazy pull. Yeah, 2009 here out of 3600. Okay. Yeah. That's funny. So yeah, it'll still be a while before I get to Saint, but it can happen. It can happen. Maybe within the next few months. If I continue to play well. I made a lot of like, you know, like dumb errors I'm not very proud of in the tournament, but at the same time, you know, I'm just like happy I'm getting that experience and like, you know, like getting those like bad plays out, you know, out of my system, you know, so to speak. Because I feel like you know, I feel like I just like you know, if I make a mistake early in the tournament, I'll remember that mistake for better or for worse, you know, throughout the tournament. Sucks. Should I have passed on that? Yeah, because I get third here. I guess I should have passed. Oh well, or we could just go next. I guess that's also fine. But I was also like, I don't know. I mean, that guy, Ichihime was probably just folding. I think I could have afforded to wait. The sumo would have been epic. And I'm sure Toyman was just like, kind of on his last leg. He didn't really have a hand. Probably. Yeah, who knows? Cross person Toyman. Let's see. One pin. But yeah, there's I do note, you know, like you know, I talked about how like I do think of plays that I make, what they look like from the other person's perspective. Like, can another person glean something from like what I'm doing with my discards or with my hand and stuff? Like, I have like, I'm still thinking about that for stuff like the way I order my hand, the way I sort my hand, because like you have to manually sort all your tiles, you know, like however in real life. Like I noticed like a habit of mine is like I tend to keep like sequences like separate and stuff. So like, for example, for something like this, I might like have my sixes over here or something. I might have it like this. But if it like ends up being like a little bit too connected, then I'll like try and like reconnect them. So maybe if like my 6A was like all the way over on my right, and then my other pins was on my left, but then once they get like too connected, I'll like I'll try to reconnect them back together. I'll like have this like whole sorting sequence in my hand. But like I acknowledge that like that could be like a tell. That could be like a tell, you know, if someone was keep track of that. You know, if you play me in person, you know, if I'm resorting my hand, you know, I might have like a really oh god. Bucket. Okay. I knew no one important had it. I knew it was just. Oh, he wasn't Senpai though. Like I was really worried if dealer had it. If dealer had it, I'll be like, all right, that could be GG. But also, I felt like I didn't really have like great options in general for not dealing in, so we'll just send it. What is this? Let's cut the 1-2 pin. Overlaps with the 3-6 weight anyway. I could just cut this, and it's fine. Maybe open up potential for getting a flush. Onitsu, half flush. Don't want a pawn. 9 so. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. But like, I feel like my tournament skill is like going up though slowly. I feel like just like most tournaments, I'm still like just not doing well, just because I'm just not used to like all the different tournament stuff. And like the amount of tournaments I've been to that last for more than a day, like I can count on a few fingers. So like I definitely, as I get more experience in them, I'm sure like, you know, then I could just like play my mahjong and like, you know, be comfortable and stuff. But for now, it's still gonna be like yeah, I'm like sometimes I'm just gonna play mahjong that I'm just not at all proud of, just because I'm still in a learning phase for tournament play, and I'm just like, you know, accepting that. Eventually it'll be different. Eventually I will learn. It'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be great. I'll be up on the podium. You know, I'll show up with my my medal. I'll get like a gift card. I don't know, Costco membership. I don't know what prizes are. Okay, this is interesting. Six pin is Dora. Or I can like hedge Honitsu. I think at this point it's probably too late for me to go for Honitsu half flush. Okay, well, that one's unfortunate. I could chi. Oh, chi. Oh, the Suji trap. No. With an Itsu, no. Ouch. Ouch. Hold on. Let me just get some water here. Ugh. All right. Let's get back to business, though. This is interesting. Go for something like this. There's a chance I could get a Dora and then like build around it. Don't feel like really need to get the 9 so there. Really would like a Tanya though. Really like to pair this 8 and then like ditch the 1-mon pair. Oh yeah, that's definitely a problem I still have like playing a tournament. I guess like, well, it's just like in a tournament, like, you know, what do you go for? You know, you go for like the, you know, an efficient win, or you go for like the biggest possible win. But if you go for the biggest possible win, like, you know, the biggest possible win might be like going for Kokushimuso, 13 Orphans, you know, or like some Yakuman every hand. but like the chance of you getting a Yakuman on any particular hand is like 0.1%. Maybe not even. So you have to be realistic at some point, you know. You have to like just take the win in front of you. I feel like I'm still not hitting the balance that I'm really satisfied with in that regard. Still feel like when I am behind, I feel like I'm taking too much of a detour for like, you know, just like a one or two extra Han. Okay, I guess I'll take the Itsu instead. 147 pin. One pin is the magic. Oh god, yeah, it's getting really bad. I'll be fine, I'll be fine. Okay, but I don't want to Richinomi still, so I'll cut the 2 a little nice and early. I want at least Pinfu. You know, if not like a Dora or anything else, I'll still cut the 9-mon. Really want to push this hand behind. This is my dealer seat. But they're going to deal in. Big hand? Ooh. All the reds. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Well, other than Mahjong, I have been playing a lot of Uma Musume. Anyone playing Uma Musume, guys? Uma Musume, are we back? We back on the Uma Musume? Because I am. I sure am. I'm like actually making fans again. Okay. I didn't expect this to go for a Honitsu, but like maybe I should have aimed for a Honitsu from the start. It looks pretty good. Honitsu, Toy. Maybe I'll get a 1-mon and go for Toy, all triples. Well, I'm really not interested in any other kind of hand. So maybe kind of look, maybe I'll go for a flush. Still. Want to, but I feel drawn to Mahjong if I have free time. Been demotivated to play lately, understandable. Uma Musume is recently got an update for anyone not in the know. So I've been playing it. I've been playing it more. Repping our club. You could join the Discord. Yeah, there's I'm gonna link my Discord right there in the chat. There we go. We have an Uma Musume club if you want to join. That said, the club is technically full. I just like there's just a bunch of random people in it, and like I had to like kick someone out because like, you know, someone on the Discord wanted to be in the club. Which I'm, you know, I will do, and I'm like, I'll just, you know, quietly just say to myself, just like farewell. Farewell, former club member, just like, you know, we got we got priorities over here. Yeah. Alright, so you might have noticed that I'm very close to a certain Yaku. Very, very close. And you know what? Why not dream a little bit? Why not? Maybe I could have won there. Maybe he would have cut the 5. But maybe we could just have a Yakuman instead. You know? Maybe dreams do come true. Maybe. One can only hope. This is the first time I've been in all green Tenpai, I think. I feel like I've been close. Well, here we go. Again, add and come back to this. Yeah, you didn't see me switch all the tiles around. Alright, we only have like 2 draws left, so not a huge chance of this happening. You should, like, if you have the 6 or 8, I think you should be afraid. I think you should be very, very afraid. I just discarded a pair of 5s. I just discarded a pair of 5s. I don't think anyone's gonna deal in. Unless they're just asleep. You know, or they just have the balls of steel. Either or, you know. Nah. Wasn't gonna happen, guys. I'll show it to everyone. We got it. We had the tent by. There's the 8. Oh well. It's fine. I'm just glad I went for it. I'm glad I got the tenpai. I'm gonna call the FBI on that one. I deserved that win. Master Do, thank you for the subscription on Twitch. For 6 months. Thank you, thank you. And next time. Easy come, easy go. One day I'll have a Yakuman, you know? Just believe. There's plenty of Mahjong left to play. Plenty. Plenty, guys. Plenty. Now I'm like looking at this and I'm like, what if this could be a Yakuman? I'd be like... I wasn't thinking of the Yakuman like at all until like... You know, until I had the 556. Until I had the 5568, really. And that's when I'm like, oh, actually this could just be a Yakuman. Like that's kind of the nature of all green, like you never really go for it. You know? It just kind of happens and just kind of falls in your lap. I mean, that's like, you know, most Yakuman, I guess. Except Kokushi. Kokushi Muso. 13 orphans, yeah. I was supposed to say 7 pairs. What? That one, we could see it coming from a mile away. Okay. I'm hoping this is going to be... maybe 7 pairs. Speaking of 7 pairs, could be. Got the 7, though. Toy, 7 pairs. It would be nice, but also we could just pawn into Isha 10, which would be better. Or someone could deal with a 4. That was also part of the plan. Don't worry, guys. We still got a whole south round ahead of us. Yeah. You got it? You got it? Okay. I was hoping we'd redeal this hand, because, it's looking a little... dry, so to speak. Had a chance also for, I thought of it for a second. I thought of, like, for a Chanta. Like an outside hand. But when I have a 3-4 Ryanman, I might as well just go for a normal hand. And make use of that. But I am getting these pension. What to do? I'm gonna cut the 1-2 here. The 2, if I get a 4, I get a 2-4-6-8, which is still pretty nice. Or I just keep filling. Huh. Okay. This is weird. How many kinds of Yakuman have you accomplished so far? I've gotten the big 3. That's this could be my pair if I get rid of the 7-9. If I want Force Beam Fu or something. Yeah, that was what? Ooh, okay, now it's Kutsuki. This is good. This is good. Big Three Dragons, Daisangen, Kokushimuso, 13 Orphans, Suanko, Four Concealed Triplets. Those are the big three Yakuman, the most common. And I've gotten Sho Sushi, 4 little wins, and then also Tsuiso, which is all honors. But I haven't gotten Tsuiso on Mahjong Soul. That was a real life Yaku that I got. Don't know if I want to cut this 3-pin, actually. This 3-pin, when you cut the red, that makes me think that you might be in Tenpai and for a Chinitsu. Chinitsu with Dora, that's a Hanuman, 12,000. I can't afford 12,000 right now. So maybe we'll avoid that. Hoping someone else, some other fool, just scars the 3-pin so I can, you know, throw it myself. 9-pin. I don't want to cut the 9-pin either. Guess we're just gonna hold both of these. Might not just get into Tenpai at this point, but there's a chance that someone could throw a 3 or 9 and then save. Maybe might have to rely on Kamicha, our left player, from discarding it himself. Video evidence that Kutsuki sucks. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. What is Ryanmen Kanchan? Goodbye. Not taking this. This Ishan 10 was fake. Back in Ishan 10 now, before Ryanmen. Ryanmen are so much better, even though the 1-pin is completely dead. 3-pin ended up being safe. What about the 9-pin? What about the 9-pin, huh? There's still 2 8-pin out there, so I can imagine he's waiting on it. That's terrifying. You saw what he did there? You saw what he did? He cut the red. He had 3 of them. He had 3 of them. He cut the 3rd red. Oh my god. That's a monster. Holy shit. I'm fucking out of here. You're taking away this 9-pin from my cold dead hands. He had 4 of them? What's going on? Yeah, no way I was giving him that 9. No way. I'm not giving him the Hanuman. Feel like I've gotten better as well. I've gotten better at like you know, looking at other people's discards and like focusing, realizing like when I have you know, realizing when I like have a hand already set and I can just like focus more of my attention, you know, like using my resources. That's what that is. Gotta use my resources, all my, you know, mental RAM or whatever. Mental stack, yeah. Call that in fighting games. If I get a 4, I think I get 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, which is, yeah, which means I could cut the 7, and then it's just a triplet of 6s. That's good. With the 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku potential, I have the last 5. Haha, nice try. West over here. Not interested in that Ishan 10. We're not going to take it. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the 7. This 5 is like safe to one person and also a 1 chance on both sides here, so it's actually like pretty safe. It's gonna be pretty difficult for anyone to wait on this. I'm gonna hold on to this for a little while just in case I get the 3-4-5 for Sanshoku switch. But otherwise, it's my safe to outside this guy. There were better draws for sure, but I'm not gonna complain. Would have had the 4-pin or something. Yeah. So like oof. I missed it, guys. Watch me get the 5-mon. Watch me miss this Sanshoku. This rainbow sequences. Mixed triple sequences, 3-4-5 in every suit. Oh, it's gonna feel so bad. It's fine, it's fine. Can I have a con? I'm always looking for the con. When I have a triplet like this. A con can change the game. So quickly. Hello? Ah. I was about to sleep on him. Hey, Nana, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Okay. Thanks for the Dora. I was about to say, man, that white was like, looked like it was about to deal in. Our games thus far, not too bad. I got a third. Got a third one. Maybe I should have gotten a second. I think it's 1 and 3 today so far. 1 and 3. And then I almost got a Yakuman. And by almost, I mean I had a Tenpai for Yuiso for all green. And it was definitely not gonna be anything. It wasn't gonna be Yakuman. It was just fake, because we all know. Yakuman Tenpai is fake news. It doesn't actually mean you have a Yakuman. You know, the chance of you getting a Yakuman when you have Tenpai might as well be 0. We know it never happens. What the fuck? I missed the Ryuiso? No, you didn't. You didn't miss a Ryuiso. You missed a Ryuiso Tenpai. You know? It's like a counterfeit dollar. It's fake. It's not real, guys. It's not real. Yakuman aren't real. That's my new conspiracy theory. Yakuman aren't real unless someone else gets it, and then it's real because I have to pay for it. Anyway, hey, anyone else just joining us? Kenshi, Ice Phoenix, what's up? What's up? Sure. So I'll keep 6-mon just in case more Tanyo. Ooh, there's the Tanyo. I'm gonna cut the 3-mon first, and then the 1-mon. If I'm gonna feed this guy, I want to feed him right away. And hopefully he's not waiting on the 1, so I don't have to deal in. Much rather that happens than he just draws the 3-mon and then wins off the 1-mon. That would suck. Now it's getting a little bit scary, though. Oh, now it's really scary. But how scared do I have to be of this? He could have Dora. Cut the 5-pin. He could have Dora. 3-5, and then didn't need the 6. That looks like he has Dora, or he had just... No, he had a 3-5-pin. So it's probably like 3-5-7? 3-5-7-7, then cut the 3, then cut the 5. Still accepting this acceptance of the 6. So he has 2 Dora. That's a Mongun. He had a Mongun. We can look back on that. We can look back at like, you know, South 1 repeat 2 and check if he had a Mongun. I'm pretty sure he just had a Mongun. See, I'm so sharp today. I'm so sharp. It's because I shit the bed so many times in Philly that I had to wake up from my mahjong dormancy. All my mahjong senses had to like come to the forefront. It was survival of the fittest. Do or die. Sure. Some of us have never even gotten to Yakuman Ready, Rocks. Well, true. If you play long enough, you will get to Yakuman Ready. It happens. Play with a year, 2 years. Yakuman will happen. Yakuman aren't that uncommon. Like, what? The chance of you getting a Suanko, I remember, like the Suanko statistics are like, well, this could be Toy Toy. This could be Toy Toy, but I also want to use the Dora. Lame. Oh shit, I could have cut the 8 for like Toy Toy Honitsu. Or Toy Toy Ryuiso. Watch me get another 8 and then like 2 more 6s. My bad. I wasn't thinking like creatively enough. Oh, Chi, I guess. Hi, Uniper. Hello, welcome to the stream. One of my games, someone got Ryan, Peiko, Chinitsu, which has to be super rare Yaku combo. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Closed Ryan Peiko. I mean, yeah, Ryan Peiko, it has to be closed. So it's a closed, it's Menchin or closed Chinitsu. Oh, fuck. I think we're out of here, man. I could just die. I value my life. I value my life, and I hope these two deal into each other. Okay. Yeah, that's incredibly rare. Well. Glad I didn't deal into that. And look who came crawling down. Up from this high balcony. All the way down here. Where the people live. How you doing, man? Cross person, Toyman. Not so hot now, are ya? Well, actually, he's still in, like, middle income person land. He still, like, has, like, some equity here. Not quite in the mud, in the sludge, like I am. Not yet. Kutsuki again? I'll take the Tumon. Build around the Tumon. Build down around the 3. It's just not an interesting Tenpai. But, like, it might be too late for me to cut the 5, 6, and 7. Like, that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to be all the way over here if I do that. Even as fast as possible. Yeah. We'll just take a Tenpai and Richi. Oh, fuck. Bro. At least he didn't have Dora. I'd rather piss in the sink than sink in the piss. Amen to that. What about this? West and north? Yeah, west and north. Sure. And then we can... I've been thinking lately if I play for too much value when I'm in the dealer's seat. I don't think so. I don't go for the exact, like, fastest hand, because I don't think it's, like, productive. But maybe I could be faster. Just, like, a slight smidge faster. You know. I'm not sure. I'll have to, like, sleep on that. Green here. Although, I'm not sure how much I need this 5779 either. Okay. Let's cut my weakest shape. What's my weakest shape? Okay, there's a 567 Sanshoku, you see that? So that's my way out. I could get a 567 Sanshoku with 2 Dora. So 1/6 is gone though. Okay. Daisangen is off the table though. No Yakuman. Still waiting on 3-mon here. I guess I could also go for Pinfu. I mean Tanyao. I'd have to get rid of the Dora, and I don't think it would be very safe against this guy. Mashima-cha. Ugh. Chi. Here we go. Wait, shit, I cut the wrong tile. I got confused because the extra 7. No, I'm such an idiot. No. Wait. Go back. Fuck, this is so terrible. I needed the 4s because I needed 5, 6, 7 Sasha. That's my only Yaku, so I needed the pair of 4s. Oh, fuck. Okay, it didn't matter, but... Damn it. It's like, I'm not gonna mind if I played perfectly, but I didn't play perfectly. I made such a very simple mistake. How much do I need? Toy, 2 Dora. I mean, like a Hanuman. Okay, huh. So this is gonna be one of 2 things. It's either Chitoy with 2 Dora for a Hanuman, and Hanuman Sumo will be enough. Or it's Chinitsu. Oh my god. Alright. Let's do it. Someone drop the Dora. I'm gonna pawn. Then we're gonna... Oh, easy pawn. No one's gonna call this 6. And if I get the 3rd Dora... Now, if it's Chinitsu, it's a Baimon. If I get a full flush with 3 Dora, it's a Baimon. And that's enough to, like, win off of anyone to get a 2nd. Or 3rd, rather. Well, if I get there. Someone beat me to the punch, unfortunately. Oh my god, it could happen, guys. It could happen. I could also go for the direct hit. Oh, that's gonna be really tough if I get the green. Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen though. Oh, I got the achievement. Yeah, so this is a 7,700 point hand, so I'm gonna be left with exactly 0. Cinema. Alright, that's a screenshot. Minus 200 points. You know, that just means I should have went for more last game. Don't worry about it. I was really considering the cheat toy, 7 pairs, but I'm a pawn cat, you know. I'm a pawn cat by heart. I gotta hit that button. Gotta hit that, you know. Going west over here. I hate this game, Kenshi. We all do. We're all there with you, buddy. I'm gonna cut 8 over here. Maybe I can get like a Sanchoku or something. 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku. With this 2. There's a slight chance I might get the Itsu, the pure straight. Probably not. Huh. Well, do I trust more in the Itsu or do I trust more in the Sanshoku? I'll do it like this, and then maybe I could get both. I could get 1, 2, 3, and then that would be Pinfu Sanshoku. Well, yeah, I'm giving up on the Itsu, though. Not pure straight. Mahjong is the epitome of it's so over and we're so back. Indeed, indeed. Boom. Totally is. I love the freaking roller coaster Mahjong is. That was a pretty wild game. You know, if you look back on it. All sorts of stuff happened. This is a 3 tile. Okay, I'm gonna greed here. I'm still gonna hold the 3 just in case to get the 2 mon. I think like having that extra. Okay, well, I tried. Hey, Driz Raptor. Hello, hello. On the stream. Mahjong does great damage to the human soul. Indeed, indeed, it does. Yeah. You know, it's from that damage that, you know, we could, maybe... you know... What was it? Like, no pain, no gain, or... There's some similar phrases, turn of phrases. I can't think of right now. I'm a Mahjong player. I'm, like, disconnected from reality. I just, like, play Mahjong on stream. Like, every week. I don't actually know what people say. Right to a deal, Pinfu Richi. Actually, this is not a Pinfu. I have 1 mon. But if I had a 2 mon, it would have been maybe Sanchoku chance. Sanchoku chance plus Pinfu. Would have been real nice. Oh well. It's fine. So with chess, right? I was thinking about chess earlier, actually. Like, with chess, like chess is like a game where like with what you know and like are capable of is like direct correlation with your you know, with your like success as a player, like your ability to win. Right, so it's not just like it's like all skill based, but it's like it's all knowledge based. So if just like simply knowing something that you didn't will make like the hugest difference, and it will be an immediate difference, you know. So like just knowing that like, oh, I should move my pawn 2 spaces forward, and I should move the middle pawn. You're already better by a lot just doing that. You know, it's hard to make that kind of that jump in Mahjong. Yeah, but you know, in exchange, like you don't have any excuses. You know, and chess, you know, just like you didn't see something, you didn't see something. You know, you had every opportunity to see something and you didn't, and then you lose. So yeah, you have to deal with that. Oh god. I guess I'll take this Tonyo kind of shape with Ipeco. Yeah, Mahjong, it's more obstructed. You know, you're safe from the reality of your own ineptitude, your own lack of perfection, your own like mortality, and you know, humanity. Yeah, it's like you aren't safe from anything. Well, yeah, but you're protected in that sense, but you aren't like safe from any like dangerous outcome. You can't fight your way out of like not getting a sumo every, you know, when you absolutely need a sumo to win. You can always blame the luck. Yeah. You can always blame the luck, but you know, if luck comes back to bite you, it really stings. You know, just sometimes. Oh. What am I saying? Lost my train of thought there. Anyway. Mahjong hurts. It's like a cosmic pain, rather than like a personal pain. It's like, oh, there's really nothing I could have done there. It's like, yeah, probably, maybe. Maybe there was something you could have done there, but the chance that you were, you know, could see it, and sometimes it really just doesn't matter. And it's hard to even tell, you know, which is the case, you know. Like, whether you lost truly because of your own, like, misfortune, or if you actually did have some agency that you did not act upon. Like, those, it's very hard to interpret that. Yeah. I didn't, like, play with the, Let's just go for a toy tour or something. Suwanko, maybe? Get a Yakuman. I could cut the north. Yeah. Let's cut the north, yeah. At some point. If I get a better tile than this. Otherwise, I'm okay with also keeping it. This is a funny looking hand. North. Okay. Now that's an interesting tile. Oh, dude, this would be... This hand would be epic if I can get it, so I'm going to actually try. Against my better judgment. Force the Suwanko, yeah. I'm increasing my weights by 50% here. By allowing me to hold this other extra tile. The White Dragon, which I will now cut because it's twice cut. I can no longer get a triplet off that. Oh man. This cough hurts. 7 months. No. I think the 9 pin is probably still out there, given how many 8s are also out. I guess I'll keep the 3. Very unfortunate if someone calls Ricci and they're waiting on the 3, though. Yeah, just like that. Hopefully they're not waiting on the 3. Or I don't get into Senpai, so I never have to see. Never have to face the reality of my own decision. Just not gonna get into Senpai, though. You think 9-pin is safe? I thought 9-pin was safe too. One so. Big push. Nice, I didn't give him any Dora. No, wasn't my fault, guys. Wasn't my fault. That was just all his hand. I was like, for the briefest possible moment, I was thinking of the con on the 1-mon though, on the diamond con, the open con. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's probably just gonna be between flush, Honoto, Chitoi, or Kokushi. 13 orphans, all outside hands. 7 pairs. Okay, now it's probably just 7 pairs. Yeah. RSNR, what's up? Thank you for following the channel on Twitch. Appreciate it. For a nice, simple 7 pairs. Cutting any tile that's twice cut. It's funny to wait on the hell weight, but like I could be like opportunistic about that. I don't have to like hoard hell weights for the sake of them. Like I need to get into Tenpai. And like hell weights are not meant to get you into Tenpai. Hell weights are meant to be your Tenpai. So you can't have like a handful of them. Oh, how about this? You pin. I guess there's a chance that I could have had like 789 Sanshoku or something. Or I guess I could have cut the 7-9. Okay. The south is also just like completely dead. Sorry I stepped away. What are we doing? What is this hand? Don't worry about it. This hand is garbage. I'm just gonna fold. At this point, like unless something like big happens, I'm probably gonna, if it's anything, it might be at this point a flush or Chitoi, despite me having an extra 1-mon. But more than likely, it's just a fold. Just gonna cut the 7s south here. 9 so is safe as well, and also like not a Chitoi tile anymore. I feel like at this point I should be a little bit careful. Oh, who's going for a Nagashi Mangan over there? Okay, not Nagashi Mangan anymore. 2-pin, yeah. At every tournament, by the way, every tournament you go to, there's gonna be like at least one Yakuman. Like depending on how many people, there's gonna be like a Yakuman. It's a law, you know. It must happen every tournament. There must be a Yakuman. Yeah, I still don't wanna deal into some stupid ass like I have Sanshoku or something. Especially when I could just build around the 7. In this tournament, there's also Nagashi Mangan. Yeah, anyone who knows Crow 77, she was at the tournament. Yeah, as well. She got the Nagashi Mangan. Pretty cool. Show me a picture with her goofy smiling face. Yeah, and I'm looking at the picture. And I just like see her like just like posing with a smile, and like she's like, you know, she's sitting at the mahjong table. And I'm like, okay, cool picture. And then just like look at the discards. Like, oh, okay. It's Nagashima the entire time. See, when people show you a picture, right, of like them at a mahjong table, it's usually a Yakuman. So I was looking for the Yakuman, but she didn't have a hand. She didn't like show her hand. Her hand was still like unrevealed. So I was just like confused. Like what possible, like where's the Yakuman, you know? Where's the hand? Of course it was that one. Yeah. No one had senpai though. I don't know if I had the opportunity to go into senpai though. I didn't have a chi. Yeah, it was fun to talk to her. I don't know. I feel awkward about bringing up the fact that like I do like YouTube videos and like streams with people that I don't think know who I am. You know? Like unless it like really comes up, like I just like never bring it up. But then like I also just don't have a job other than that right now anyway. So like at some point, like if I don't like say anything about that, then I feel like I almost have nothing to talk about. Unless I bring up like stories like from like a year ago when I was a teacher, which I usually end up doing anyway. Yeah. So it is nice to like talk with people that like you know, like about, you know, them as creators and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, I wish I like could have stayed longer at the tournament. Like you know, talk with more people and stuff. But I had a really long train ride back. And I guess I just wasn't feeling it after the tournament. It was in like an awkward space. Or like I kind of knew a bunch of people, but I kind of didn't. Is this gonna deal in? No? Okay. Okay, I don't have to think about it anymore, thank you. But I'm also like, I also have to like tell myself that it's like, it's also just okay to say that like, if I do this, it's actually Kutsuki around here. I can get into by that way. I also have to like tell myself that it's like okay to like build relationships, you know, slowly, you know, over time. If I like continue to like my biggest problem is really just like I don't like go to stuff like consistently enough. Like, you know, if everyone's going to like a specific tournament, I think I'm gonna chi this and then get to senpai this way. If everyone's going to a specific tournament, then I'll like be behind. Cause like I'm just like not used to traveling. If I just go to more tournaments and stuff, I'll see people more often. People will get to know me and will, you know, get the chance to like play in a game and stuff. And like, you know, I could build a relationship very slowly, you know, over like a period of months at a time, you know, like per event. Eventually I'll like remember people will remember me. I have to like remind myself about that. I don't have to like, you know, walk into a room and like be the life of a party from the start, you know. Or like to be that to begin with, you know. This doesn't have to be my vibe. Just chill out, you know, work through that. At my own pace. 9-pin. Hey, Chronically Offline. Back from my own games. 2 terrible Sanma, 1 good Yoma, so the bad Sanma cancels out. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh. I'm gonna keep the 1 pin. I'm gonna keep the 1 pin, see if I can chi into Tenpai. Chain to Tenpai via 2-pin would be the greatest one. But also 3 or 6 is available. I'll still take that Tenpai on the 2-pin. See if you split them up like this. Yeah. Or I could build around the 2. Instead, the 2-mon. Okay, that works. That works. Maybe I can, like, even get a Mangan. Like, get the green here. Be a real Mangan. Ron. Just as I say that. Right on cue. Paid actor. Question mark. Very nice, very nice. You know, but if I really did pay that person, I mean, or like, you know, if that person was like watching the stream, I'm sure the stream delay, you know, they'd be, you know, they wouldn't discard it that quickly. West Euro. Feels good, feels good. Hey Tony, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. You ate a bad cheesesteak? No, I just like had like gigantic like food coma, like carb crash, like in the middle of the tournament, and you know, that was partially probably cheesesteak's fault, but also partially probably like just me being like slightly caffeinated, you know. So there's nothing serious. I just like it just like definitely affected my performance at some point at some level. Okay, so I think I'll try for this Itsu because this hand looks pretty barnacles. Looks pretty bad. So Chi the 5, 7, and 3. Again, one of the worst hands you've ever seen in your life. Also okay with just taking the 8-so or the 6-so for Tanyo. Or that. At this point, I think Tanyo is better. Tanyo's definitely better than Itsu. Like, Itsu's, like, really bad. The pure straight. It's so bad to, like, go for. Especially, like, this is the worst possible one. Kanshan and then 2 Penchans? No thanks. Oh, that's interesting. A block it. So I've definitely seen worse. Indeed. Not the worst hand you've ever seen. I've definitely seen worse in my time as well. Like, that's the worst, like, confirmed Itsu blocks you've ever seen. Like, I guess, like, one perspective is, like, we should just fold this. Where, like, you could have an Itsu with a bunch of Ryanmen, but, like, it's not guaranteed Itsu. So, technically, my Itsu was guaranteed. It's just, like, I would prefer actually having non-guaranteed Itsu options. You know, I'd actually prefer to like having like a Pinfu or something. You know, like having your Itsu or whatever, your Yaku guaranteed might mean you just have no other options, and you're probably not gonna win. What to do here? Technically, that wasn't safe. That wasn't Genbutsu. Was it? Oh, it was, actually. It was. Just in time. 9-so is still Suji. Dora? That is, super tempting, but I already kind of folded this, so... Wow, yeah, that's scary. Like, throwing that Dora is, like, really scary. Call me a coward, but this looks like a fold. Yeah. Would love to have Tenpai there. If my Kami-chan, my left person, has Tenpai, we're gonna lose our lead. Which losing a lead isn't so big of a deal because we can still get it back, but in this case, I still just want to have points over them. If at all possible. Uh-oh. Am I gonna have to cut the 2 or 5 pin? Sure. I was thinking that if this is something I could cheat, I'm gonna cheat it. So that they get 1 extra draw, and then maybe they don't get into Senpai because they have to discard something. Well, didn't happen. Hey, I dodged it. I could have dealt in. I could have dealt in with the red. Still technically have a lead. Metal Lugia 5, thank you for following the channel on Twitch. Appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah. Still doing great. Good hole in the red. Yeah. I mean, did you see their hand? Their hand was kind of weird. I mean, their discards. I mean, their pond was like really weird looking. I wasn't like really thinking about it. I wasn't like consciously thinking about it, but in my mind, I'm like the red, like maybe somewhere in the back of my mind, subconsciously, I knew to like not consider the red to be like a safe tile. It was not. Onitsu, favorite tile, favorite Yaku. Yeah, maybe I should probably. I don't know. One chance versus. I'll do the 1 pin. It's more like it's actually a 2 chance here. I want to keep the greens just in case the 1 and 2 end up being safe, which I don't think is that unlikely. I could get back into Tenpai. This is gonna be a close race between the 3 of us over here. Yeah, especially if they're gonna get that. Okay. Still too close to comfort for comfort. When I first started playing, I would force Honitsu or Cheetoys so hard. Hey, they're 2 Han. 2 Han, sometimes 3 Han. But yeah, definitely, you know, when you learn a Yaku, you force it a little bit too much, just get a feel for it. That's the way to go. I'll go through that. How much do I care about this Yakuhai? Not a lot. How much do I care about the Itsu? Almost nothing. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. The South and Green could still be useful. I'll probably cut the 2. Maybe. Or I might keep it. I guess I'll keep it. Because getting the 3 is not so bad. That would like make this hand like playable. It's like either getting the 3 or the 3 of the 1 pin here would progress the hand. Also pairing at the South or the Green would also progress the hand. It's just that like I would have to call after that to progress it, which is like maybe I don't want to do that. Get the 1 so here. Keep the acceptance of the Dora. Dora could save this hand as well. After that, we'll have all of our blocks. Sure, that's better. I guess. Maybe I could have cut the 2 first, then the 3, yeah. Ooh. Oh, got it. Nice. Chito got my first son Baimon. I thought it was the best Yaku for like a month. Every friend group needs to have the chi toy guy, you know? Just like, dude, this Yaku is awesome. You know, you could wait on anything. You can get a Hanuman with 2 Ura. It's like so easy. You can you know, you don't have to worry about what your tiles are. But yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Why are you hating on cheesesteaks? Because I lost. That's why I'm hating on cheesesteaks. I lost the tournament. I would have won the tournament, I'm sure, if I didn't eat that cheesesteak. Facts. That's just how it be. Right? But, you know, I understand. You know, my data points on this, my research on this is very unscientific. So I will go to the next Philly Open and I will eat a cheesesteak again. And if I do poorly again after eating the cheesesteak, then then I would have proven that cheesesteaks are the reason why I lose. I should have eaten 4 of them. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try the Chitoy again. Maybe I'll try the eat 4 cheesesteaks strat. I mean, it worked for Max. Maybe it could work for me. Anyone's game now. Anyone's game. Although, like, if anyone wins, I also just get second as long as I don't deal in. So. Ironic EX, hello. Welcome to the stream. Load up your stream as an audio test connecting my laptop to my hotel's TV. Literally just got to Philly for 5 nights. Huh. What a coincidence. You missed out on the tournament, though. Which cheesesteak should I get first? You shouldn't ask me. You should just, like, look up the places yourself. I'm not like that local. I didn't actually eat a lot of cheesesteaks when I was living in Philly. Yeah. With that said, you could eat. There's like some good cheesesteaks you could get. You could try, like, a lot of people say like Geno's, like, but like they're like the founders, like along with Pat's. But like they're probably on the overrated side. So you could, if you want like a real like tasty meal, you know, if you want like food that you'll remember and not be like, okay, that was the meal. You should probably look elsewhere. So like yeah. Find what I would do is I would find like a blog post or something or YouTube video that goes over like the cheesesteaks in Philadelphia, and then find one that disses on Pat's and Geno's, and then see what else they recommend. And then you'll know that one's legit. Yeah, I think this is fine. Reading Terminal Market is one of my favorite places to go. Yeah. Classic. This is like a personality test. Like, which one do you go for? Do you go for the 3 pin weight or the 5 pin weight when you have a 2, 4, 6? Right now, I'm feeling the 3 pin weight, but also I feel like I just want to be as safe as possible too. Beef, what's up? What's up? Hey Raiders, welcome to the Rockstar stream. How y'all doing? We're hopefully about to get back our points here. Took a ugly 4th. No major mistakes, just Mahjong. It's Mahjong over here. Hello, hello. Thank you, Valdrek, for giving beef. Shout out. How are your games, beef? Assume you're playing Mahjong. Unless you're under that, like, I don't know, playing Acceleration of Saguri or whatever. By the way, I did download that game. Like Beef, like, asked me to, like, play, like, Acceleration of Saguri with them. And I did download it. And I said, like, I would play with him if he would also play Hyper Chess with me, which is, like, a chess, like, a real-time, like, chess game. Yeah. So I did download it. It's just, like, sitting on my computer. I just never opened it. Yeah. I mean, it looks fun. I mean, it looks like a game that I could find fun, rather. Because, like, I like... You know, I like 1v1 games. Like, I am like a competitive, like, player. I play fighting games. And then I also like Toho, so... I mean, like, why not, right? Why not give it a shot? You'll have lots of fun fighting beef in a 1v1. I'm gonna look up the meta plays. I'm gonna, like, pick the top tier character, and then I'm gonna be the one making beef suffer. You won't see it coming. But yeah, that was me introducing someone to, like, Spy Party, which is, like, a pretty fun game. Spy Party, like, game. Oh my god. To be fair, if I drew that 4, I think I would have cut the 7. I don't think I was cutting the 4. Nice second place. Very nice. Katanya. Alright. We need to get those points back. Got those points back one way or another. It's Hyper Chess. So it was a game that came out, like, I don't know, like last year or something. I saw a video for it. It was made by, like, a YouTuber, I think. And it's chess, so to speak, but it's in real time, where you tell a piece to move to a space, and will move to that space in real time, like, slowly. And, like, you have, like, an MP bar, like, for all your movement points, and they recharge over time. So it's like an RTS. It's like chess RTS is what it is. Yeah. Look at Hyper Chess when it's on sale, when it's only $3, bro. Like, come on. But yeah, it's a fun game. I played it with some of my friends for a little bit. It's pretty hilarious. It's pretty hilarious if you know chess, because it's not chess. Like, there are plenty of strategies that, like, you could never do on a chessboard, and, like, also the pieces, like, feel balanced differently, because, like, the real-time element makes, like pieces that move across the board in actual chess, like, it's like hit scan, you know? They have, like, hit scan. They, like, hit, like, shit across the board instantly. They, you know, the bishops just snipe you from one corner to the other, you know? But that's not the case in Hyper Chess. Like, so, like, Fian Keto, the Fian Shadow, like, where you, like, put a bishop in the corner to, like, snipe people, is, like, really bad, because the bishop just moves so slow, and, like, if you move it across the path, it only costs 1 movement point to do that. So in terms of using movement, it's efficient, but it's, like, extremely reactable. So It's an interesting game. Yeah, it has a lot of fun strategies. Yeah. You always double Fiend Keta? Well, you're gonna have to come up with a new opening. Ooh. I think we're gonna do this. Tanya or Double Dora. Okay. It got even better. Now if I get the Double Dora, it's also Pinfu. I'm gonna commit to the Double Door though. Played Eric Rosen in that variant and he destroyed me in 3 games. Which variant? Hyper Chess? Ooh. Okay, now I'll cut the Dora, because now I can very easily get a Sun Menchan or something. This is Kusuki Shanten technically. But also could just be a Nobutan with like a get a 4-7 and then wait on the Pinfu Tanya plus Ipeko chance with a 7-mon. A lot of interesting stuff here. It's existed for a little bit. It's just been known as Kung Fu chess. Okay, I see. I think it's I think that game, like the only thing that game really needs is like a surrender button or like a draw button. Because it did feel like you could literally just like be stuck with 2 kings and like the game still technically doesn't end. But like no one, if you move in front of them, like they could just react and just, you know, hit you with their own king. So like, just like if stalemates like do still happen, it's just they're a different kind of stalemate. But yeah, I think it was more fun than like the other like chess game that I played, like 5D chess with interdimensional time travel, whatever. That one. That game is like it's just too much. I'd just rather play Go, man. Hello, Steve Can't Sleep. How you doing? How'd you make it? We're about to lose to this Ipatsu over here. Take your bets. What's it gonna be? 5-pin? 3-mon? Dora? Okay, Dora's safe. Alright, it's fine. Yeah, 5D chess is... The queen's just too strong. Also. And it's so weird. It's so weird. This is such a weird game. You should totally learn Go, though. Go is a great chess variant. Except it's not actually chess. It's just a completely different game. But maybe if you tell enough chess players that it's like chess, you just don't see it yet, because you know you just have to be a really high level player to see the pawns and knights in between the white and black stones. Maybe you can convince them to play it. It's such a fun, interesting game. But yeah, it has like a very harsh, like I don't know what I'm doing, like learning curve in the start. That also just never goes away, because that's just the game. That's just the experience of playing Go. No one actually ever knows what they're doing when they're playing Go. No one actually knows how to play Go. We just pretend to know how to play Go, you know? Even the professionals. Like that was like the funniest part about like learning about Go was like top professionals of the game, like the highest level possible of play that humans are capable of, will still have people that will be like, I only know how to play 5% of Go. That is the amount of Go that I am able to play. That's just insanity. Like, what other game, has that? What other game where you have the people at the very top saying, I only know 5% of this game. And that was before AI. That was before AlphaGo. AI kind of proved that humans really didn't know a lot of the strongest moves out there. It was really cool. Really cool game. No, you would never see a chess player say that. Yeah, you'd be like, chess players are like, there needs to be more game. I'm like, I'm waiting for chess 2. I'm waiting for the update. Do I reach you this? No, it's 2 door. I mean, it's 1 door. It's fine. Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go. Type shit Magnus is saying. Yeah, it's like classical chess. There's nothing left. Just kind of play bullet all day. Where people can, actually make mistakes. They, not play for a draw every time. We should lock Magnus in a room and force him to play Go. That would be funny. A blind moron. That would be funny. I'm sure he has played Go at some point. I know he's played... he said he played, Shogi. Once. At least once. And he said he didn't like Shogi because the pieces just suck. The pieces just... the pieces just, can't fucking move. Magnus Carlsen 2025. I found that hilarious. Shogi really is nerf chess. But then you capture a piece and then it's like chess on crack, bro. It's crazy. A whole world opens up where you just teleport a rook behind your enemy lines. Yeah, the pieces start paradropping, yeah. Pretty good poker player, I can believe that. Calculation in Shogi is so hard that the best Shogi players can pick up chess and spawn at 2200 just with checks. Yeah. Yeah, Shogi tactics, Shogi endgames, Shogi checkmate patterns are next level, man. They are so crazy. It's like Crazy House. Yeah. I don't play like that chess variant, so I can't compare. I can't directly compare them though. I mean Shogi doesn't just have the drop rule, that's not the only difference there is from chess. Also in Shogi, almost every piece can promote as well. So most of the pieces they do suck. They're awful. Most of the pieces are really slow. And also only move in 2 directions. If that. But at the very least, they become a weaker king if you promote them. So every piece can basically become a king. Okay, at this point, let's cut our cut our dangerous tiles. I think I should have cut before though. I think I cut a little bit too slow. Forced to push into this. Yikes. Okay, we'll do 2 so first. Hopefully that doesn't deal in. 7 pin, safe, luckily. 3 mon is... If we have to cut 1 tile, that's fine. This is the most there's no information here. Okay, 3 mon is actually safe. It's just confirmed safe. So we could actually just keep all this. There's 2 Suji pairs that were gone to the 2-5 pin and the 4-7 pin. 3 pin is like one of the more likely tiles it could be though, because it's next to the 2 pin. But like the 2 pin could also just be like, you know, the 2 pin could just be an irrelevant tile. It's Suji now? Okay. It makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, 3 Mon again. 3 So's now Suji, but I think at this point we just fold. We could fight, right? We could fight for a tenpai. Like there's so little information still that like I think there's still like a lot of openings for us. As long as this 3 pin doesn't deal into like a penchant or something. And then the 8 So could come out and then we could cheat that. Sure, Tanyo. Whew, yeah. I'm gonna have to take a trip to that doctor's office. This asthma is tough on me. 7 Mon, okay. 7 Mon, 5 Mon, 4 pins. I didn't have any of those tiles, yeah. I wanted to get rid of the 3 pin. Chidadora for the Tenpai though would have been hype. Would have had a chance for like a Hote or something. The last tile rolling. There's also a lot of Richi sticks on the table now, so we want to get that as soon as possible. I don't know what this guy's going for. It could be the East. But the East will also help me, so I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit. But very quickly, even this one I could... 4-5 pin. Ugh. Well, I still want to try this, so I'm going to give him the double East. Alright, he actually was waiting on it. Oof. My bad. I mean, I could kind of believe that you could still not be in Tenpai. The 4-5 pin. Oh well. Do 1 pin here. If luck, Mahjong. How's Philly? Philly was alright. It was pretty nostalgic for me. I used to live in Philly, so I didn't do a lot of sightseeing. I just like kind of like walked around the area, like you know, into the venue. That was like as much sightseeing as I did. You get any Aura bucks? I did not get positive, so I don't think so. But also, I'm not like signed up to like anything, so. Like I've been to multiple tournaments, but I don't like have any like qualifying points. I mean, like I don't like keep track of all my qualifying points. I guess. I'm just in it for the love of the game. They're just like, yeah. It was like, why else would you be here if not for like the WRC points or whatever? I was just like, oh, I just want to play Mahjong. Claim them late, it'll be a 3-year cycle. I see. 3 years, huh? All right. Just remind me again in 3 years to pick up all those points. Wow, this is awful. I'm gonna cut the 1 and 2 here. Because I want to keep this north just in case this happens. The 2 Mon was also still safe. The 9 Mon Suji, it'll be fine. Now south and north are both safe. Big Homba. Yeah, now that you mention it. 1,500 on the table. 25 with a Ricci stick. Okay, it's gonna get a little tricky from here. One so for the full folds. If I want tenpai at all, nah. Let's just do this. And then, do I figure that the two-so is probably safe? Yeah, unless it's a Shanpon. I don't think you would wait on the two-so. If it's like the Ryankan, like that doesn't make any sense. Why would you not wait with the Dora? So it's probably not the 2, and it probably wasn't the 8. I figured it wasn't the 8 either. East is just completely safe though, so we don't have to take any chances. All the one-sos are just gone, so yeah. The Shanpon is still alive though. It could be a triplet wait. No, it can't. We have 3 of them. Okay, never mind. So a Tonki. But then if it was a Tonki, a pair wait, they would wait on the 5. So unless they're like an absolute like just like, you know, like 5-head like like, you know, light Yagami, like Death Note fucking character. Like unless they're literally Akagi, they're not gonna be waiting on this too, so yeah. Rabasuji wait on the pins, we'll see. There's some Ryamen that are still open. Two-so, three-so could actually deal in though. I don't want to. Actually, probably not. Probably still not. Yeah, don't have to take the chance though, just in case. Three-so is also just a Shanpon only situation. Kan 7-man. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it. Okay, anyway, Uniper, you were asking how many moves are worth a Han. Is it worth to decrease your Shanten for a Han? Or how much Han would determine slowing your hand? Doing that for one Shanten is not worth 1 Han. That's like maybe half a Han. Or like half a Han. That's probably actually more like 2/3 of a Han. Or like a... No, wait. What am I saying? Like a quarter Han. Well, or... No. What am I saying? A Shanten... No, a Shanten is worth more than 1 Han. So a Shanten should be worth like 3 Han. Or 2 Han, maybe. At least. It depends on your shape, though. It also depends on your Ishanten shape. If you're going for an Ishanten shape that's like really narrow, then like yeah, you need like a 3 or 4 Han upgrade to like justify that in going back in Shanten. When like Tenpai is like literally right there, you should just take your Tenpai. Yeah, so generally you should not sacrifice like so much blocks and Shanten for like a Tanya or whatever. Even though I literally just did that in the tournament, you know, it's a tournament though. I wanted every Han. I wanted to lick up every freaking Tenbo. I want to slurp it up. You know, I want to keep the dream alive. And then I don't even get positive because of that. Oof. The 6-9 pin weight is so thin here. Feel like it's just not worth going for. This is Tenpai. I guess I'll take it. I was a little bit worried about the 3, so but not that worried. 1 Shanten, 2.5 on? Yeah, sure. A more Shanten is an efficiency bogey prop. Yeah. I think I agree with that. I mean, I've definitely went back in Shanten for like 2 or 3 Han. That's like the sweet spot. Oh. Huh. Or maybe that was the chance for me to cut the 7-7 for. Yeah, nah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know though. I don't know. I'm not sure if I made the right decision there. But I also just don't want to deal into like someone who clearly could have Dora or one, at least has 1 Dora. What to do in this case though? 34. It's a little bit lucky of me, but also I'm blocking with the 6s. 2 Mon safe. Good to know. Like the North Way was to play? Well, I didn't want to give anyone the white, given I didn't, I wasn't sure where the most of the Dora was. And like both the players here looked like they could have easily been waiting on a white. Honba 7 is Yakuman. Actually, that's Honba 8. If you win with Honba 8. Yeah. Well, not in Mahjong Soul rules anyway. Okay, now we get rid of our weakest block. 7, 8, 9, 1, 3, 5, 7. Actually, maybe I could have still used all of that, but yeah, it's fine. This is like assuming we are gonna have like 3 blocks over here. Open, I don't deal into any like BS Honitsu over here. I'm assuming there isn't. It could also just be whatchamacallit. It could also just be a normal hand, but with 3 Dora. I love big Honbas. Me too. I love big Honbas. I love stuff that influences my decision. I love the chaotic nature of that. I want more. Yeah, give me more. Except Umensai, you can leave that leave that behind. But yeah, give me all the Akka. Give me all the Akka, give me the big Honba. More points. They didn't have the Dora. This is just for speed. Oh no! There's no way I was gonna keep that though. There's no way. I have a San Menshan over here. Okay, now it's a Ryankan. Do I do the 7 or the... I'm gonna cut the 7. No! Oh my god. And the big Honba. 5,000. That's so gross. Oh my god. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. 1 Mon. Not a great hand either. Maybe I could force a Honitsu or something. A flush over here. East is already 1 out. Cut the 9 sub, move towards the middle of the Sozu maybe, but could also just be a good shape. Cut these now. Ugh. Let's make this a slimmer shape. Don't need 2 sequence blocks. I'm gonna make something around the 4 or the 5 pin for sure. Or the 5 so even. I have plenty of building around. But the Dora is the only way this hand could be like at all interesting, so we'll keep that for a bit. Yeah, we are getting farmed. Yep. It's like I kept dealing into this one guy at the tournament. Oof, so embarrassing. Wow. Feel bad for everyone else at the table that wasn't getting all those dealer repeats. Mangan after Mangan. Hey, to be fair, my Richi, I had a Sanmen-chan. I had a 3-sided weight on my Richi, and it lost to a dealer chase. Like it was row 1. It was a row 1 Sanmen-chan Richi, and it lost to a chasing Shanpon. It lost to a triplet weight, 5-7 pin. So mad. Oh, get him! Oh! Oh yeah, you take your 2400. 2400 and oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a Hanuman, but 10,400. Wow. Row 1 Sunman-chan never wins. Unless it's against me, because I also lost to a Sun. I mean, I played in a... I just played also, like for funsies, like there was like a Richinomi, like in celebration of if you haven't subscribed to Richinomi's YouTube channel, you should, because they're about to do like a live league called the N League or the Nomi League. It's gonna be great. They have like different teams, then they compete with each other like every like week. But yeah, that's gonna start soon. They did like an inaugural like, you know, like Richi City tournament, and I played in that. And they have Open Richi on because New York is just crazy like that. They just love that shit crazy mahjong rules. So yeah, Open Richi was on, and like 2 times in a row, someone did Open Richi, like with, you know, just like flat out, no one says anything. Open Richi. They reveal their hand, and now if you deal in, you know, knowing what it is, it's a Yakuman. Otherwise, it's 2 Han. It's a 2 Han Richi instead of 1 Han. So 2 times someone called Open Richi. And both those times, I also get into Tenpai because like, you know what their weight is. They reveal their entire hand, so you could very easily just like build up your own hand and then chase with your own Open Richi. Like, that's the weakness of Open Richi. It's supposed to get punished. So I tried my best to punish it. I did my own Open Richi, and I chased with it. And then I dealt into a Mangan. And then some other guy does an Open Richi open. And then I get my own hand. I chase with it. I chase with my Open Richi, and I lose, and I deal into a Mangan. You would have at least sumoed or something. Like, come on, bro. Like, it has to be a Mangan deal-in every time. Granted, one of those was a Sanmen-chan, and I only had a Ryanmen. But we still take those every time. We still take those every time. It's a tournament. You know, I got to. We take those. We take those, and if we lose, we were just unlucky. Yeah, that's the truth of it. Fuck Open Richi. and then like in the last, I was like negative like 10,000 or something. I don't know, like some whack number. I was like deep in the negative, like in all last. Like I had no hope of like getting back. And then like, okay, well, I get it to Tenpai first. Here we go. I might as well. I call Open Richi. I call Open Richi on that. And then guess what happens? Someone chases and they call Open Richi. And I'm like, here we go again. And I had a Ryanmen. I had like such a perfect Ryanmen. 8 tiles total. This guy calls with a penchant. Not even a good penchant, an overlapping penchant. He had a 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. He was waiting on a 3. But he already had a 3 on in his hand, bro. I'm like, I posted that on the Discord, like, if I lose this, there is no God. If I lose that. That's literally what I said. It's just like this. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way I'll lose. I'll deal it to this chump. No. Where's the justice? Where's the justice in the world, man? There's no way. What have I done to deserve dealing into an overlapping pen shot when I've already on, man? When I'm already like minus 10,000. Okay, well, you know, I was able to win though, but not by dealing, not by sumo. So maybe there is hope for us after all. Maybe, just maybe. It's like the volleyball meme where they just keep picking up the one guy and he takes every spike to the face. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was funny. Okay, what's the one? A 7-pin, I guess. God, it's dead. He dealt into a Mangan. Mm-hmm. Akira, stopping by to wish Rocks a good stream. Thank you so much. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope I don't deal into anything stupid right now. Okay. 2 Dora. No, that's pretty cool. It's not every day you have 2 Dora. Did anyone hear like an audio glitch just now, or is that just me? Like, does the audio like lag or something? I do have a lot of apps open, so like if it's like some like computer issue, I wouldn't be that surprised. Anyway, 10 Tonki plus ramen weight when I dealt in someone's Kanshan, of course, yeah. Classic dealing to some random Kanshan when you beat their weight like 3-1. Didn't hear anything? Okay, great, it's just me. It might be my headphones then. Alright, here we go. Come on, we need to get this. There's no way you're winning a West, right? Okay, yeah, the West players play on the West, of course, yeah. I had an extra 7, huh? If only that gave me Tanya, but it still doesn't. I'm still like way too far away from Tanya. Where is the justice in the world? Anyway, with this hand, I'm probably gonna cut the 1 so, because like I don't need wait. It's Cheetoy. 7 pairs. Well, I have nothing else to live for. A4. Hello. Late to the party? Yeah, don't worry about it. There's always the VOD. I know it's a different experience though. Understandable. I do a lot of cooking on those VODs, you know. Sometimes I update the thumbnails. Sometimes I always like timestamp them. Hope y'all appreciate that. Takes time out of my day. Yeah. I might get the 7-pin though. Oh, please don't do this to me. My hand has enough value. Unless it's like you literally give me only the Dora. If it's only me that has the Dora, I'm fine. Really thinking about this, huh? You fucker. Oh my god. Okay, at the very least, now Toyman can deal in and like I just get 3rd. And I'm okay with that. Fuck. Nakasuji? I mean, who's counting? 7-pin? 7-pin? I'm still hoping 7-pin doesn't deal in here. But at this point... Oh, man, this is so tough. It's like anyone could have like an Akka. Whoever has the Akka Dora, the Akka 5, just has 2 Dora. So like the punishment here is like really high potential. But I also want Tenpai, and I couldn't even get Tenpai, man. I couldn't get Tenpai. I couldn't even like make that decision. Okay, where's the 7-pin weight? No one. I could have had that shit. I could have had that. Couldn't even get Tenpai. Very unfortunate. I always hope someone loses harder than you. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I don't want to hope for that. I would rather just like get the win myself. But if that's the way I have to play, then I'm not going to complain. Excalibur's LPs, hello, by the way. More on the stream. Appreciate stopping by. Oh, I missed this comment from new viewer. Fruitcake, hello. I've seen sober people deal into Open Rishi. I mean, you know, it's actually tough on Rishi City. On the Rishi City client, like it's you have to like you're on a clock. You're on a clock for the Open Rishi. Like you're always on a clock for your turn. So if the clock is like relatively fast, you know, like a standard like 25 seconds or whatever, even that is like, you know, sometimes you get into sticky situations and then you're just like, there's so many things to keep track of. There's like multiple open reaches to keep track of or whatever. It could be tough. And like, there's no like window that tells you what their weight is. You have to like actually read their weight and then like remember it for open Rishi. Yeah. And then also, dude, I realized that you can emote. You can emote in open in Rishi City, and the emote will cover your hand if you do so. The emote will literally cover. It could cover your weight if you do it open Rishi. So you could like kind of like scumbag, like do it open Rishi and then immediately emote, and they can't see your weight for like a couple seconds. Yeah. If don't tell BFET, all right? Next time we have like an open Rishi collab or whatever, like don't tell BFET. Finally, get my Sanshoku chance. Here we go. Definitely gonna Richi this. Please don't deal in. Fuck. And of course he has 3 Dora. That's tough. That's tough. You could disable emotes. That's true. You could disable emotes, but I would rather just like have, you know, have the weight on the screen so that you don't have to like worry about someone covering it with a emote. Forso. How about Forso here? Let's build a little bit wider. Let's widen our acceptance. There we go. See? Keeping the 3, not so bad. And we cut our weakest shape, which is actually this one. Yeah, we'll still cut it. We can also build around the 5 at some point, maybe. And then that becomes... the 1s become our pair. Or we get the 3 Mon and we get Beanfu. This game has a way of crushing your soul sometimes. You know, you haven't lived if your soul has been grinded to dust, you know, right before your eyes. You have a freaking Yakamon just like in your grasp. and then just slips through your fingers and then falls into the ocean. You haven't lived until that happens. Where am I gonna get this though? North. For another tile. Oh god. Well, even having the 4-4-5-5 shape isn't that great. Unless I get a 3 or 6. Then it's okay. We're keeping the Dora. I don't care. We're keeping the Dora. This Dora is going to be part of our hand somehow. I don't know how. I don't know how. But it will be. Alright? What, we could get a 3-mon. Watch, we could get a 3-mon. And then we have like a 1, 2, 3. And then we're waiting on like a, you know, it's like a Ryankan. It's like a Ryankan, like for the Dora. I don't even have to go for the Itsu if I don't have to. But, you know, they could also be a cool Itsu. If you're straight. I'm just not going to get it, though. Oh. That's our 1-4 weight. 1-4 weight's pretty good. 3-6 is still alive. Still completely alive. All the 6s, most of the 6s are still gone, though. Oof. So I might deal in with this Dora. But in that case, well, doesn't matter. Ouch. Alright, well, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so there were some hands that I felt like maybe I do want to look at, though. Let's look at that. Maybe we'll call it after that. I'm not sure. We'll see how I'm feeling after this. It is actually kind of tough to talk right now, because, like, my asthma is just that bad. I did win some hands, but there was this one. There was this big one. I mean, very early double tone. I'm sure Mako's gonna be like, yeah, we deal in every time. Don't worry, bro. Trust me. But, you know, it doesn't hurt to check, I guess. Hey, what do you think? Yep. Don't worry, bro. I mean, for real, though. For real. I mean, I do have 3 Dora. I have 3 Dora, and like, this guy might not be in Tenpai still. Or if he is in Tenpai, you know, it might not be at the Double East. I don't know. Tough one. Let's see. There's also this deal in. What was that? What was the deal in? This one? Yeah. Yeah. I think if I was paying attention, I feel like I could have sussed this Tenpai. This is a Dora drop and then like a safe tile drop, so like he's probably waiting on like something at this point. I cut the 1. At least I don't deal into Tanyao. Yeah, and he has Tanyao. Cut the 1, I still have the 357, and then maybe I can even upgrade later if I get the 8-1. Although, no, I would also have to cut the 3 and 5 at that point, so probably not. Yeah. Alright. Fun game. Fun game. I feel like I played mostly pretty well, though. So, I don't know. What the fuck is going on with the Homba? I don't know, man. It's like, Mahjong, what's happening? Let's see. Yeah, 3-hour stream. I think I'll actually call it that. So, apologies for anyone who's looking for another game. But, yeah, I need to give my voice a bit of a rest here. And hopefully I can get something to help with that later on. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Let's check out who is streaming on Twitch at this moment for us to raid. Ba-da-boom. Okay. Anyone playing Mahjong Soul at this time? None that I know of. How about Ricci City? Anyone playing Ricci City? Assistant Moe. I've seen him around. I don't think I've seen him stream though. They just started too? Perfect timing. Let's rate this guy. This person. Yeah. Alright. Going on Assistant Moe stream. Say hi for me. And I'll see you next Saturday. This Saturday, I mean. Probably gonna be a viewer battle. Probably gonna be a viewer battle since we missed last week. So if you want to play, show up Saturday morning. What is it? 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. All right, goodbye.